Taiwan is best known for its awesome food and its great shopping, but did you know it also has a lot of really beautiful natural landscapes like gorges, lakes, beaches, and mountains. But you got to get out of Taipei to see all of that. So we are on the high-speed rail heading down to the famous Sun Moon Lake for a 4-day vacation. Very early on in the island's history, the Portuguese named this La Ilha Formosa, or the beautiful island. And I think anybody who's traveled around Taiwan can certainly agree that it is quite stunning. And now that they've built the Taiwan High-Speed Rail, or the THSR, it's super easy to get around. To get from Taipei in the north all the way down to Kaohsiung, the southernmost tip, is only about 6 hours by train. Sun Moon Lake is one of the most popular resort areas in Taiwan, located centrally right outside of Taichung. The lake is the biggest lake in Taiwan, measuring at about 3 square miles. It's about 2 to 5 hours outside of Taipei, 2 if you go by car, and between 3 and 5 hours if you take the high-speed rail and then connect between Taichung and Sun Moon Lake via either the tourist shuttle bus or by a private car like an Uber or a taxi. There are 2 major villages you can stay at here at Sun Moon Lake. We are at Idashao, or Idadao, which is on the southern portion of the lake, and it is the home of the Thao tribe. There are about 14 Aboriginal tribes ranged around Taiwan, mostly in the mountainous regions. It's definitely smaller, more quaint, and gives you the full-on local flavor. But keep in mind that it has a lot fewer services, not that great selection in terms of restaurants, and everything closes down at about 9 p.m., so you can forget about the nightlife. The other option is to stay across the lake on the northern section at Suise. This is the nicer of the two, has way nicer accommodations and retail, has a night market on Saturday nights, is closer to Taichung, but is way touristier and more expensive. So, pick between the two depending on your travel style. Let's kick off our big adventure with some brekkie. How about some traditional danbing, or egg crepes? And while we're eating, the garbage trucks come by with their musical reminder, kind of like ice cream, but trash. The best way to get an orientation is to take one of the ferries around the lake and check it out. There are about 6 or 7 ferry services that ferry tourists around the lake, so it's really not that difficult to get back and forth. It costs between 150 to 300 NT, or between $5 and $10 for an all-day pass. If you speak Chinese, they do a little bit of history, which kind of brings the region to life. All right, guys, first stop, Suise. So we're just gonna do a little bit of touring around this town and check it out and see what it's all about. Don't take this one. It's only 1 horsepower. Red tea, I think, is a specialty of this island, so there's like tea houses everywhere. I guess these mushrooms are a specialty here, and these ones are tayadan, or eggs that are boiled in like a soy sauce mixture. We're gonna stop for a little bit of lunch, and we looked all around the village, and this place next to the OTOP shop look the best. They specialize in these quick noodle dishes. In Taiwan, kitchens are typically in front and the seating in back, and they'll bring the food over to you. Their signature is a flat rice noodle soup with a bit of pork, scallions, and bean sprouts. Or you can get it with thinner spaghetti-style noodles. Mian xian is a Taiwanese specialty. Thin vermicelli rice noodles boiled to a starchy, soupy consistency. This one's got datang, or pig intestines. Yum. And it's topped with pork floss and cilantro.
I'd nenever seen these before, so we had to get them. Super fresh sugarcane shoots, braised in pork juice.
It's so fresh. It's very tender and juicy. So I got a giant cup of mango juice, which was only 80 NT or a little under $3 because this fruit is so common here. It's really inexpensive, and I love just getting my mango fill when I'm here. Whew. I am full. It was a ton of food and was only 680 NT or a little under $23 US. All right, I think we're all charged up and ready to do some more walking. Continuing with our tour, we're going to go on to Quanguang Si, or Quanguang Temple. That's where we're heading. There is a bit of climbing to get up to this temple, but check out the views. The backstory is Quanguang is a monk from 600 AD, and he was very influential in the Buddhist religion. And his relics or bones were brought from Nanjing in China to first Japan, and now they rest here. This is a very popular place to take pictures. You've got the Sun Moon Lake sign. So you sit in the background. Look at the number of people lined up to take their pictures here. We're going to continue back behind the temple. There is a Mount Qinglong trail, and if you continue up that, you can get up to the Xian Tao, or the Xian Pagoda.
Midway up is Quanzang Si. This Buddhist temple is well worth visiting for its serenity. Very few people make the trek up. And there's a little shop across the road, so you can grab a soda and some scenery. All right, another 1,100 miles to the Xian Tower, the Xian Pagoda. Let's get walking. One thing Taiwan has is really big insects. Check out the size of that spider! Success! We're here! This is the Xian Pagoda, which was built by Taiwan's first president, Chiang Kai-shek, and dedicated to his mother. We can go up to the top and take a look at the view. This Thao, or pagoda, has 8 sides, 8 is a prosperous number, and 9 stories, as odd floor numbers are lucky, 2 in the base and 7 tiers. In the center is a bell, which you can actually ring. Then step outside for the breathtaking 360-degree panorama. A long way back down. And we're back. Once you get to the bottom, reward yourself with a world-famous tea egg from this stand. This lady has been here for over 50 years, and each day she probably sells like a couple of thousand eggs. Heading back now to eat us out for a shower and some dinner. Catch you on the flip side. This morning we're going to head up on the cable cars, or they call it the Ropeway here, which is right next to Itatao. It's about a 10-minute walk. We're going to head up to catch some more great views. And if you decide to stay up there, there's a separate ticket for the Aboriginal village, and you can see some really good examples of traditional houses. And they also do performances, song, dance there. We're not going to do that this time because I heard it's a little bit sterilized, but what we did do was to catch the free show in the center of town. Check this out. There's this pedestrian walkway that circles the whole entire lake, and you get these beautiful views of the water from wherever you are. And there's actually a fairly nice bike path that intersects with this every once in a while. CNN ranked this biking path all around the lake as one of their top biking destinations in the world. So a lot of people come and check it out. If you don't have a bike, you can do some rentals here. A couple of things to be aware of if you decide to bike here at Sun Moon Lake.
This path, although it technically goes all around the lake, is not continuous, and there are sections where you will be sharing the road with cars. Also, it's not always flat. There are some pretty steep sections, and you probably should be in pretty good shape if you want to bike the whole entire way.
Gosh, how gorgeous. Look how blue that water is. Beautiful.
Look, I think there's people living over there.
Here we are at the Ropeway. This solar and hydroelectric powered system was built by a world-renowned Austrian firm, which explains its very European contemporary look. The cars are painted red for the sun, yellow for the moon, and blue for the lake. Or in Thao culture, red for happiness, yellow for health, and blue for the environment. So there's a second cable car over there called the Skyline or the Skyway, and it leads over there through the Aboriginal village into, I don't know if you guys can see it here, an amusement park in the distance. So there's plenty of things to do here, and you can get back and forth to the amusement park if you want to skip the village. We're not going to go in, but here's an example of one of the Aboriginal buildings. Let's turn around and go back. Between pillars T7 and T8, where the cables droop in a smiley shape, the area is called Happy Valley and has the best views of the lake. Okay, that was a pretty short ride. I think we paid a little over 200 NT or about $7, so you can kind of decide whether this is worthwhile for you to do while you're here.
Okay, for some authentic Aboriginal food, we're gonna eat here at Lusaan Cha Dian. This place is pretty popular, so reservations recommended.
Sun Moon Lake is teeming with grass carp, also called arroze, and nicknamed President's Fish for being Chiang Kai-shek's favorite dish. Here, they're steamed to a meaty, juicy perfection with soy sauce, ginger, scallions, cilantro, and carrots. Sanzuro, or mountain boar, run wild in this region. Here, it's made into a delicious black pepper dish with onions and leeks, served grilled on a hot plate. There's also exotic veggies like this sanjuemao or mountain fern. Here, it's simply stir-fried with ginger and goji or ginkgo berries. The flavor is mild, although the texture is a bit slimy, kind of like okra. Finally, no Chinese meal is complete without rice. The Tao eat something called xiaomi zutong fan, a bamboo stalk stuffed with steamed glutinous rice, millet, and bits of wild boar. It's scrumptious. This is after 10 minutes. Completely demolished. That's not too far behind. Give it another 5.
Whew. We raced through that meal, but it was super satisfying. They do get a lot of tourists here, so they speak a little bit of passable English.
All right, so that's the end of our trip to Sun Moon Lake. We spent about 2 days there, which is about right. If you spend a day, not long enough. If you want, you can spend an extra day for those adventurous people and go all the way out to the forest. There are 2 that are really great for you to check out. The first one is Thao Bamboo Forest, and the second one is Wang Yu Forest, or the Forgotten Forest, and both are supposed to be spectacular. But you probably need about an hour and a half to drive all the way out there. There are also a lot of really fantastic tea plantations, farms, and hot springs along the way, so it's a great adventure to have. And that's the end of our epic adventure. Catch you back in San Francisco. Peace. If that information was valuable to you, please help me make it available to more people. Subscribe by hitting that red subscribe button down below, or like the video by hitting the thumbs up icon. Thanks so much.